Hey everyone, happy Easter. Today we're gonna end our Easter Sunday cooking series with a pork loin that we're gonna roast in the oven for dinner tonight. Before we get started, you'll need a few things: orange juice, salt, bacon, meat thermometer, twine, a pork loin, Italian seasoning, garlic salt, some of this, I can't pronounce it for the life of me, some Concord grape wine, and some chicken broth, and a baking dish. Okay, let's get started. You'll want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. In a small bowl, you're going to want to combine your dry ingredients, which are some garlic salt and some Italian seasoning, and you'll set off to the side. Next, you'll combine your wet ingredients, which are your orange juice, your chicken broth, and some of this. Now we can begin assembling our pork loin. We're gonna grab our dry ingredients and rub it evenly all over our pork loin. Most pork loins come split in half, which is why you'll need the twine. Now that we've rubbed our pork loin, we can begin to wrap it with the slices of bacon. Once that's done, we're gonna grab the twine and we're gonna bring the two sliced pork loins together and we're gonna tightly wrap it all the way through before we put it into our roasting pan. Now that you have your pork loin in your roasting pan, we can begin to add our wet ingredients. We're gonna drizzle our wet mixture right over our pork loin. After your pork loin has been fully assembled, we can cover it with some foil paper and put it in our oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Once your pork loin has cooked for 30 minutes, pull it out of the oven and uncover it. Next, you're gonna wanna drain out all the juice from the baking pan and place in a saucepan. Now, you'll turn the heat up to 375 and you'll bake for another 45 minutes. You're gonna also wanna rotate the pork loin every 10 to 15 minutes so that it evenly cooks all the way through. Once the 45 minutes have gone by, now you're gonna wanna turn on your broiler. We're gonna broil the tenderloin all the way around. I would say 10 to 15 minutes on each side. While our tenderloin is cooking, we will take the juice that we placed into the saucepan and we'll add the Concord grape wine. We'll cook this over medium-low heat until it begins to simmer for about 10 minutes, and then we'll set to the side. This will come in at the very end when our tenderloin is done. All right, our pork loin is done. It took a little longer than an hour to cook, but it was worth the wait. Now that we've taken it out of the oven, we're gonna pour the juice mixture that we made over the stovetop into the baking pan. If you could only smell this right now. Okay, so we're gonna let this sit and rest for a good 15 to 20 minutes. You don't wanna carve your meat hot. This recipe is extremely close to my heart as it's my mother's recipe, so I really hope you've enjoyed it today. Happy Easter and be well and safe.